Hi everyone, and welcome back to my simple but different world. Today we're at IKEA because I was curious to know, what does IKEA have for its holiday offerings? I'm already seeing Christmas and holiday stuff at Costco and at Target, so let's see what IKEA has. Look at that. It's still kind of warm out, so I suppose they're still trying to sell patio furniture, but look what I found right when I walked inside. They were actually setting up this area right next to the IKEA cafe, and there's this advent calendar, which sounds kind of neat. So if you want to stop and pause, you can see what was on that offering for that advent calendar. But they had cookies and they had chocolates, and it really kind of started getting me into the season, even though it's only October right now. Have you guys made a gingerbread house before? I've always wanted to, but for whatever reason, I've never really gotten around to trying it. But IKEA did have a gingerbread house on offer, so maybe this might be the year. Another thing that I saw was a kind of a mulled wine. And that's something that I was thinking about trying, because this is really good on a cold evening if you warm it up. Yum. So at this point I went downstairs to the marketplace to see what was there, and right as I got down to the bottom of the stairs, there was a display with a lot of their holiday items. And if you know me, you know I love mugs, but I cannot bring home any more mugs. But there were some really cute items. So I guess Vint is their holiday line, and this platter was really nice. It's a good size, and it was a pretty strong, hefty feeling platter. And they're the mugs that I really wanted to get. There was this little jar, which I think you could use as a cookie jar, and they had plates, and they had coasters, and really neat decorations. Do you remember when you used to kind of fold and then cut these little paper trees? Well, they had these there, and it was pretty sturdy, and it was something that you could use year after year. And this apron was really, really cute, so that's definitely something you could grab for holiday cooking. But then I turned and saw these adorable pillows. And I mean, I think $24.99 is pretty reasonable, but these would look perfect either on a bed or on a sofa. And then they had these pillow covers, which were only, I think, about $5, and something I hadn't done before is to get some seasonal floor mats for the front door. So these were actually pretty adorable. They were a decent size, and there were 3 different designs for the holidays, and I kind of like this one with the ornaments. What do you guys think? That little, gift ribbon was cute, and this half circle design was nice, but I'm kind of leaning towards the ornament one, so I'm thinking about going back for that. And then I got to the lighting section, and I spent so much time in this area because they had so many different things that you could either hang, like large light fixtures that you could hang, but they also had ones that you could place on a stand, kind of like a lamp, and they had a lot of like string lights that you could hang. And I just take a look at all these different options. They also had different kind of candlestick holders that you'll see later on, and there's that little gift box that's like a lighted gift box. That's actually something I'm thinking about for putting underneath the tree. But here you can see a lot more of the hanging items and some of the little light strings, I guess you would call them. But man, let me tell you, I love the holidays, and I'm really thinking about starting to decorate, because I'm fine with starting to decorate for the holidays starting in October, and then like week by week just adding a little more and adding a little more until you get to the beginning of December and you have like almost everything out. What do you guys do? I have friends that don't decorate until the day after Thanksgiving here in America. And then the day after Christmas, everything comes down. For me, growing up, there were times when holiday things were left up like well into January, till the end of January, just because it was festive. And like, look at these lights. They're just like so cool. They would be great, for celebrating New Year's or something like that. But you see that one light on the upper right there that looks like kind of like a cutout star. That has got to be the most popular one. Like, see that one right there? That's the smaller version right there. And I was seriously considering just getting some that day, but they were out. And you'll see later on, there was another display I found. They were out. But then I stumbled upon this display. These are actually like dinner serveware plates and platters. You've got 2 candlesticks, and then that blue and green and pink and blue right there, those are all like serving dishes and dinner dishes. I really don't know what you would serve in them, but hey, there you have it. And then as I walked down through the warehouse area, they had 3 different size trees, artificial trees, and lots of decorations, obviously, as you can see. So they've got plenty of trees already there, ready for purchase. I actually have 2 trees. They're both relatively small. They're kind of thin and tall, but I have a main one that we put presents under, and then I have another one that we just decorate in another part of the home. But as you got to the cash registers, there was another big section of holiday items that you can see here. And these are really cute, these plates with the colorful trim. But then I looked at these. I'm not sure what these are. And I think they must be like nesting tins, and then you can stack them up to look like that snowman. So I didn't see one on display, but that looked really cute. There's that pink platter again. But as you can see over here, they had a lot more to choose from, like those table mats and festive napkins and things like that. And they had a lot more decorations as well. So they had a lot more ornaments, baubles, a lot of hanging items. And I really like some of the other items that you're about to see. They had a lot of lovely like blankets and throws and things like that. There's that pillow that I really liked earlier when I first started there. There's some seat cushions that are, they're red and green, but here, these were adorable. And these gnomes, I really wanted to get them. They had different sizes of them, but they were so cute. I am thinking about maybe getting a couple of these for decorating. You can kind of place them around the home, but also maybe around the tree, kind of in and among your presents or decorations. I think that would be really, really cute. And something that I do see quite often and is pretty inexpensive is candles at IKEA. And they had the golden red candles, and here are some more of the festive pillow covers. And you can see that they actually sell the stuffing also. So the covers were $5, and then the stuffing per pillow was $10. And I'm assuming that's one roll would be for one pillow. But that's a really great idea because the covers are interchangeable, and they're only $5 each. And there you go, some more really cute little hanging ornaments. And there you see, more little small decorations, those little bows there, and the lights and the little hanging decorations. I'm going to head back there and see what I want to get this year. There were these little things which are, I believe, vases, and then these little, Santa, Saint Nick little stuffies were also really cute. It would be really neat to have that kind of as a theme one year. So I am definitely going to look into that. But as I mentioned earlier, IKEA does have a good amount of candles, and they're relatively inexpensive. And candle holders and little lanterns, and votive holders. And there you see some larger candle holders. You can put votives or small pillar candles in there. And there's those little votives, and they often have a lot of really nice scented ones as well. And there's your candlestick holders if you like candlesticks, especially maybe for like a dining table. That's a really, really lovely look. But what I do like that IKEA does is they kind of like throw everything together, so you can often see what it looks like themed, and items put together, like that little red button. It's like a wood round button, kind of a tray or a decoration, really. And here are all the wrapping papers. They had a lot of different choices there, and they had bags. They had the nice gift bags, and they also had wrapping roll, kind of large bag containers. And here we go, some more of the snacks. I was really tempted. I think I am going to go back maybe as we get closer to the season. But these were adorable, those matchsticks. Though each one of those is a lamp, like a trio that you kind of put together and they stand up. That's a lamp. So that is a really, really cute idea as well. The variety is really great. I don't know if this is pretty much everything they're going to have this year. They really did have a lot out already. So I was really, really impressed with all the different choices that they already had out. But I am curious, do you all decorate like around now once the weather starts to cool off a little bit? Or do you wait until it gets closer to December? What do you guys do? Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go back and hopefully find that white star lamp and see if I can get it, because I really, really, really like the look of that. And I went around this section over and over, hoping that maybe I would find it, but it looks like that one's out. So I guess I'm not the only one who thought that was the best design, but I really, really, really like the light options right there. I'm also thinking about getting some of those strands of, little lighted strands. Some of them have like little tiny shaped lights, but some of them are just like the kind of twinkly ones. But I think those will look really, really pretty, kind of, strung around greenery, like this kind of greenery. But another thing that I saw were these little artificial fir trees. I guess they're considered fir, but they're relatively inexpensive, just a few dollars. And those would make cute little decorations. And that little hanging cone was $1.99. Just lots of options there. I was really impressed by IKEA. Well, thanks for joining me as we check out what's available holiday-wise at IKEA. I do hope you'll like and subscribe. I'm hoping to bring a lot more, hopefully interesting things that are in my simple but different world. But definitely stay tuned, and I'll be back for more. And one thing that I'm working on is making a video of all the birthday freebies and discounts I got this year. So if you find that interesting, I do hope you'll join me then. But until then, we'll see you real soon.